What's up, guys? Max Scoville here for Destructoid. I'm at E3 2014, and I'm at Nintendo's big, gigantic, colorful booth full of noises and things that make you feel like a kid again. One of these things is, of course, Yoshi's Woolly World, which is the new Yoshi game that's being developed by the guys who did Kirby's Epic Yarn. We knew about this for a while. We thought it was maybe going to be called, like Yoshi's Epic Yarn or like Yarny Yoshi or something. And I gotta say, Yoshi's Woolly World is like the cutest name for a video game I've heard in a really long time. So going into Yoshi's Woolly World, I was a little bit apprehensive because Yoshi's Island, the original for Super Nintendo, was a big part of my childhood, and I have that kind of like, that guarded kind of like protective nature towards it, where I don't want someone to go in and screw it up, even if they do own the rights and it's their property and everything. I was not a fan of the 3DS Yoshi's Island. I don't care how the game plays, I thought it looked horrible. I thought it was taking the wonderful kind of like hand-drawn and the little paper cutout kind of crafty aesthetic of the original Super Nintendo game and just absolutely just butchering it by making it all kind of, polygons and stuff. In this case, though, I'm a huge fan. I love it. The whole yarn thing, which, worked for Kirby, it works just fine for Yoshi, too. And the mechanics that they're doing with it go along great with it, too. Of course, instead of, shooting his own eggs he lays eggs. Anyway, instead of Yoshi shooting his own eggs at stuff as his attack, he's just picking up little balls of yarn that are, scattered throughout the level. Everything's made of yarn. If you run out of yarn balls to shoot at things, you can actually eat your friend if you're playing co-op. You can engage in cannibalism, and then you can do feces, you can defecate your friend, and then use your friend as a weapon. And if that's not the most warped thing that they've shown off at E3 this year, I don't know what is. Ubisoft can have their decapitations. Nintendo has weaponized cannibalism and feces. Like, that's messed up. Anyway, very cute game. It feels totally natural. Going right into it, I didn't even think about the controls. It's the same thing from the 95 game. Anyway, as far as how it plays, it feels great. They clearly have new animations and some sort of new mechanics there, but it feels just the same. All the kind of the targeting and the jumping and the kind of little hover flutter that Yoshi does. His bottom turns into a little helicopter made of yarn when he does that, as opposed to just kind of like pedaling in midair. The stomp that he does, like when he jumps and slams on his belly or whatever, it's really, really cute. Like Yoshi just goes full belly flop, just like, and it's great for ground pound and some Shy Guys or whatever. That's one thing that's kind of funny is that Yoshi is made of yarn and everything's made of yarn and everything's all crafty and adorable, but then the piranha plants are just piranha plants. They're the same old thing. One thing I was incredibly fond of is the fact that you don't have to babysit Mario. Like in the original, you got Mario on your back, and every 10 minutes he's flying off, and and you got to chase after him, and then go pick up those little starlings to get your numbers back. None of that. You're just being Yoshi. You're just running around shooting yarn at stuff, and I'm into it. Yoshi's Woolly World is definitely the first game to make me really actively, consciously want to go out and buy a Wii U. And a bunch of the other games that Nintendo showed off are kind of adding to that. So it's cool to see that. As a bitter, old, grouchy man who has a very soft spot for my Super Nintendo days, I'm a big fan of this game. Anyway, this is my thoughts on a game for children about a dinosaur made of yarn. If you'd like to hear other things I have to say about video games, you can check out our videos on this very channel or head over to Destructoid.com, where a number of fine man-babies like myself have been writing lots and lots of articles. Take it easy, guys.